Hey everyone.
Hey guys, today we're headed to Utah, St. George. Look at a beautiful, absolutely huge, absolutely massive mansion out here for $5.5 million. Looks like a castle. It's absolutely beautiful. So stick around and we're going to jump in. Take a look.
Welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking you through the well-known Castle House right here in St. George, Utah. And it is a luxury playground. We have a 70-foot pool slide, 2 indoor slides, a foam pit, a trampoline court, secret passageways, private theater, a chef's kitchen, and an esthetician spa, and that's just the beginning. Stick around because we're going to be exploring all 16,000 square feet of this incredible estate.
Look at the size of it. Wow, you really make your neighbors feel bad. They'd feel like peasants around your castle kingdom here. No grass, though. Utah, I don't know. They don't get a lot of grass. Kind of looks a little desert-like. That's okay. Do 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 do. Monkey.
Everyone, once again, welcome to the Castle home right here in St. George. We're going to start off in this circular motor court, and what you're going to notice is this home is built for capacity and built for entertainment. So you have this large motor court that is led up to...
It's nice. I don't know how aesthetically, this must be a newer mansion given that these trees haven't grown up yet. I think your neighbors are not really working very hard either over here, but we got some nice things here. This is like a... You live into the home, and it makes it look better. I feel like this, if this is gravel, this is just gonna pull right into your rock here, and these rocks are gonna get into here, and I don't know. I don't love this layout.
On this long gated driveway, allowing for these amazing...
Looks a little sloppy for $5.5 million.
Opportunities of the Red Rock views. And this front facade has beautiful stacked limestone all the way around the home as well. You have a capacity for 11 cars in all of your garage spaces, and you have brickwork on these turrets with these beautiful paint.
That's the most castle-like part of the place, is these little spirals. Spiral staircases that come up here with your pitched roof.
Windows that we'll see throughout the home. And before we go inside, I want to go over the specs. We have 8 bedrooms, 12 bathrooms, 15,906 square feet of interior living space, and the home sits on 2.96 acres. And
this is a bop house. This is where all the OnlyFans models come and stay right here. Or Logan Paul. This is Clavicular's new house right here.
We can't help but thank the owners of this home.
With the slide and everything. Oh yeah, you're gonna be throwing big Diddy parties here. Got to build tall walls around your castle so people can't see what you're doing, though.
For allowing us to take a tour of it, especially Tyler and Sarah Whitmore. And with that, let's head inside. All right, everyone, welcome into the home. You walk through these big metal encased French doors and just hear how solid those were closing. You have these sconces off to my left and my right, really giving it the feeling that you're walking into this grand foyer of a castle.
They did keep the stone like everywhere. Wow, that must have took a long time and a lot of money. Even the floors.
And you have these tall soaring ceilings. And before I get into the architecture, we have a office and a primary suite off to my left. We're gonna see in a little bit, but you have this limestone going from the floor.
Some kind of rough edges around the place. Doesn't look like they took the time to make it really pristine. It kind of seems like more plaster in between these stones than actual stones as well.
All the way to the ceiling, you have that brickwork that we saw on the turrets on the outside on the ceiling as well, with this drop-down chandelier, 3 metal encased French doors going out to the back balcony, letting in lots of light and these beautiful views of the valley and Red Rocks out there. Off to my right, you have a elevator I'm sure we're going to check out later, and then you also have a mudroom with 2 washer and dryers, a private island, and a dog wash in there.
Nice little break up. I like this blue. Maybe these people are a little more creative, didn't go all white or all black. Some simple things here. Very nice.
Well, now walking through this limestone archway right into the kitchen, off to my left and my right, you have two industrial-sized fridge and freezers in stainless steel, and you have a beautiful marble countertop with a waterfall edge. And KP, get a close-up of this. The pendant lights above have this illumination in this bokeh-like design right on the centerpiece of this island, which is beautiful. I've never seen that before, and it is absolutely
cool. Those are some neat-looking light bulbs. I wonder what those are. A lot of LED, though, around here. No problem with that. That's okay. You need that in the Bop House. We're live streaming in the Bop House, so
gorgeous. Off to my left, you have these floating shelves with the track lights underneath, and another architectural detail. You have this limestone arch that looks into the living room, which is really cool. You have your first of two sinks and 2 of 3 dishwashers right here as well. And let's push down to the other side past this recessed in bar stool seating for 6. I love that it's on the edge. It's a great use of space on this edge of this countertop here. Right through this way, you have a 10 burner stove, 2 ovens, super beautiful in here, but that doesn't complete the kitchen yet, because through this cubby here walks into your private pantry, which continues on with the gloss black. And something really unique, when you pull something out of your pantry, you can slide it right across here, right into the kitchen.
Very smart. Very smart.
Really cool detail. Let's walk right into this guest suite here.
Ooh, checkered floors. Very Freemason. You guys know about the Freemasons? They love their checkered board floors. So do Italian restaurants. That's what they have in common.
You have checkered floors on the ground, and walking further into it, off to my left and off to my right is your guest bedrooms, both with great windows and great views. You have a wet bar here with this quartz countertop, a drink fridge and a sink, and I love this bathroom right here as well, because it ties in with not only this room but the whole kitchen with the black and gold accents of the faucets, the backsplash, the cabinet.
This is nice tile work. Nice looking place.
And the vessel style bowls, which is really nice. Right over this way.
Yet again, a little Amazon basic, but that's okay. What are you going to do?
It's this large pane window looking out over the views. One of the designer's favorite features of this home is how grand and big this window is, looking out over the Red Rocks, which is gorgeous. Now, walking out of this guest suite, we're going to walk right into the formal dining area here. And it's right off of the kitchen. It's definitely something to talk about. You have these epoxied floors and these super tall ceilings with this curvature of the roof, this drop.
Very nice, different color here. We're doing different colors throughout the house. I like that.
Down chandelier that's twinkling right above this beautiful table, circular table, seating for 8. And I love these bay windows looking out over your balcony, over the pool, and over these beautiful Red Rock views out there. Now let's walk right into the living area here. And something I really want to talk about that I can't wait to try out. KP is probably excited to just film me try it. You have this slide coming from the upper level that comes right here, and you can take the blue slide right down that directs you into the foam pit, which is super fun. Something we're going to see a little bit later.
What about the purple slide? I want to know what the purple slide does.
In the video, tall ceilings in this room.
It'd be pretty cool to have a slide in your house. You know, especially if you had kids and they had a sleepover, you'd be the #1 house ever.
Juliet balcony right up there, and you have that brickwork like we saw in the front foyer as well. Now, I want to show you the owner's probably favorite breakfast area right out here, and you'll see why. Walking out into this space, you obviously have a lot of seating, it's covered, it's beautiful, it's elegant out here, but the main attraction is this screen drops down, and you have heaters on the ceiling to keep this area warm in the winter, so you can use this space year round. It overlooks your pool that we're going to check out here soon. But first, let's head to the other side of the main level into the other wing and check out the primary bedroom. Turret that we saw on the outside going to the upper and lower level that we'll check out here soon. But I really want to take a second and talk about this office space here. Walking in, you have these black textured leathered floors along with the drenched black style in here as well.
Very nice office. Yet again, kind of you're coming in on the left side of your office, the owner of the office here, which is not ideally how you want to do. You want your back towards a window, and then they walk in directly to see you if you're going to have an office. And this is tacky as hell, this lion in this bow tie tuxedo. That should just be ripped off the wall. That's about as tacky as it gets.
You have a sparkle detail on the countertops, and it's a really, really grand office space in here. Tall ceilings, drop down chandelier. You even have your own bathroom in there and a door that walks out to the private motor court. It's really...
I do like the all black. It's quite bold. I don't know how well it works with this office, but it's a bold decision.
Really cool office. What do you think about this, KP?
I totally agree. I love the masculinity that's in this office space. I feel like the rest of the home doesn't necessarily capture that, and so to have a designated space is really nice.
Yeah, I totally agree. It's a really good contrast with the rest of the limestone as well.
Super masculine. The tiger doesn't take no shit. He does business. That's it.
These black and gold accents. Now, let's walk right into the primary suite here. And right as you walk in, what you notice is the scale of this room that even continues on around this corner, but a couple of
I think these little hanging lights, I feel like I'd bump into these when I'm getting into bed. You know, I just be throwing these around the room. Got them hung up here from the ceiling. Very nice.
Textural details I want to point out are these slanted roof lines going right into the chevron pattern ceilings with these wood paneling as well. You have the limestone continuing on this accent wall and these drop down pendants on each side of the bed frame, which is really elegant. It's beautiful in here with all of these panels letting in lots of extra light. And these doors lead right out to your private balcony dedicated to the primary suite. And one detail I want to point out is you have that trampoline court with the basketball hoop that we're going to check out here in a little bit. It's really crazy out there with the 3 trampolines. Now walking into another dedicated space, into this lounge area, you have a love seat facing the fireplace with the brickwork from the floor all the way to the ceiling. Super tall ceilings with these drop down shades to cover these large panes in this bay shape overlooking these red rocks again. Beautiful area to add into the primary suite. Now KP, follow me on that side of the door into the primary closet. You have this dedicated row for all of your shoes. So there's
oh my goodness. You could have so many outfits in here, so much clothes. Look at all this. What are these? These for coat racks? Oh my goodness.
shoe racks throughout this whole island here. And walking in a little bit further, you have this drop down chandelier, a washer, and a...
You'd have to get like one of those hook things that they have at like department stores to like get this jacket down. Like, you know, those things, they're kind of like a stick. And then you push it up, and then you take your clothes off the rack way up there.
Dryer off to my right, and you have a Lazy Susan rack right here as well, which I love. Same thing on the other side. It's kind of a his and her situation.
I don't know why they call it a Lazy Susan. Susan's usually working pretty hard to keep my shit spinning so I can get it.
And last thing I want to point out is the illumination in the cabinetry, along with the drop-down racks, kind of like you're in your own store in here. So you can hang your clothes up on the top rack and it'll drop down. Really, really cool. I want you to remember these walkways right here, because when you walk into the primary bathroom, check out this cabinetry right here. That entryway is in the same shape as this cabinetry, really blending it all together.
Very castle-like, these type of arches here. Very nice.
Water closets. You have porcelain tiling throughout this whole bathroom. A large standalone
we got like more of a circular tub. Very nice.
With a floor mount faucet, and it's in that golden tone.
Imagine all these little tiles. How long that'd take. Don't want to put one here. We want to put one here, here, and here. But not here, but not here, but not here. And then it's going to kind of fade as we go. It's almost like you started and you ran out of tiles, so you realized I can only put a tile here, and here, and here, and here. But all this empty space, they'd have to calculate that with some major calculation. We only have so many tiles, so.
Along with the mosaic tiling on the backdrop, and you'll see that golden tone in the mosaic tiling as well. And KP, follow me on that side of the shower. I want to show them this. You have a complete walk-through shower right here. Again, with the gold fixtures, the gold faucets, and the gold flaking in the mosaic tiling. You have this frosted black window. It's absolutely beautiful in here. Now let's...
Very nice. Ooh, we got the hammock room. Wait a minute. I almost skipped over that. Don't want to do that. All right.
All right, everyone, walking up this spiral staircase to the upper
I thought they didn't spend a lot of time there, did they?
Upper level, there's a couple of spaces I want to show you before we get to the really cool stuff. We see a art studio right here, and I love how much light is coming in and illuminating this room just from one large window panel right there, which is beautiful with the white and gold tones. Matches really nicely and contrasts the home. But let's walk down this way briefly, and off to my left is the bedroom. We'll see in just a second, but off to my right is the one I want to show you first. Right as you walk in, what you're going to notice again is you have lots of light in here. You have a balcony right above you. You have a full bathroom and an ensuite off to my right. But this is what I really want to show you guys. This isn't a closet. This is a complete tunnel to the other bedroom. And I can't imagine having this as a kid. Could you, KP?
It would be a dream.
It'd be a dream, right? You and your sibling right across. I mean, I think that we get in trouble way more often than we.
With a big house with your kids, you got to worry about like keeping them like asleep at night. You know, if you live in a little house, you know when your little ones are up and running about and, you know, not getting a proper night's rest for the school day ahead of them. When you live in a mansion, you know, you're in the east wing and your kids are in the west wing. They could be up all night and you wouldn't even know it.
We already did. But that is super unique. Leads right to the other bedroom with, again, lots of light shining through. Now let's walk down this way. And we're actually gonna go out this balcony here. And I'm going all over the place, KP, I'm sorry, but keep up with me here.
We forgive you.
Walking right out to this back balcony is the resort style pool.
Pointy. Oh my God, you wouldn't want to rest your arms on that. Ouchie. Yeah. Very castle-like. This is what castles do. They do pyres. Pikes. Pikes and pyres, which are pointy. Really pointy. Ouchie! You don't want to put your arm on that. Maybe you want to go out there and smoke a cigarette. You're going to put your arm on that? No! Ow!
Well, that 70-foot slide, and you have a 17-foot.
Ooh, yeah. And if you got some bold kids that are trying to like jump from any type of the balconies into that pool, and you got this here, rip your leg off.
Jump off area into the pool, which is super unique. Limestone is continued throughout this balcony area with the fans on the ceilings. You have the metal paneling running the ceiling as well, and these large window panes actually look down into that front foyer that we walked into to check out first. And it's a beautiful view down into there, and it continues on over these balconies inside the home as well with this iron railing looking over into the front foyer, and walking this way a little bit past this chase lounge and more study area.
Holy outlets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How much stuff you got plugged in around here?
I have to point out this bathroom because it's KP's favorite. And KP, tell me why it's your favorite.
Look how colorful it is.
It is super colorful. The floors right here are super unique in this colored pebble style. And then you also have the really pretty glass blown sconces as well.
Have you ever been to the Chihuly Art Glass Museum in Seattle?
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
Those fixtures remind me of that whole museum.
Yeah, that's awesome. Super pretty. There you go. Some Chihuly art in here as well. Right here you have these.
Check this out. I mean, the way that they did these walls, it looks like they just encompassed the stones into like whatever they used to glue them together. Like, I don't know if that's plaster or some sort of epoxy, or if you could let me know in the comments, because I don't really like it. This kind of like looks like paper mache to me. You're not seeing much of the actual rock here. It could be a budgeting thing. Maybe they got so far with the house and they're like, oh, we don't have enough stone. We're going to use more goop to put the stones together.
Big archways again with that iron railing looking over into the grand foyer. And this is what I was talking about with that brickwork on top of this grand foyer at the beginning of the video.
Now that's fine, even though that kind of looks pasted over as well too. Whoever pasted this place together really used a lot of paste.
Yeah, just gorgeous. Now let's walk down this way. You have this purple slide
secret tube
here that leads into that living space that we saw down below. Another Juliet balcony, and off to my right is a hidden passage up to the main kids area. Off to my left is a bedroom with lots of light.
Hey, that's a cool bedroom.
Coming in, an ensuite as well, but let's head up this way first. All right, everyone, the owner and designer call these stairs the climb because they are these massive staircases, but it's right when the fun begins on this upper level.
That's how you get strong kids right there, is you make obstacles within your home that make them work their muscles and their bodies, and they grow up to be strong.
You have a bunch of different themes in here. So you have the forest, the jungle.
How cool is that? A little forest place. Imagine you get in here, have a little fun, but tell some ghost stories. Got some like fake fire. You can't make a fire in here, but you can make a fake fire. This is good for the kids.
The beach, the city, the waterfall, and the ocean behind KP, along with daylight and nighttime right here. And I love how they have it set up. It's a little fire pit right there, which is super cute. Now let's walk down this hallway here. And around the corner, each of these rooms are titled. This room is titled Let's Hang. And you're gonna see why in a second. There are a ton of hammocks in here hanging.
A little hammock room. Is that fun for the kids? Did the kids want to hang out in the hammock room? I don't know. This is cool. What do you do with this? Hang on it?
From the ceiling, and a really cool feature is right above me is a net with a ceiling that's recessed in, so you actually crawl all the way across this, which is really unique. Off to my left is a door that leads out to the upper balcony, and it is quite the height from this level, which is super beautiful to see all of the red rock and all of the beautiful views
Very
of the
neat
valley.
spot.
Now off to my right and my left, I'll have KP come with me over here. They're secret passageways, and this one says carpet tunnel syndrome, which is really funny, but it leads all the way into that.
That's not funny. I know people that have been suffering with carpal tunnel syndrome for a long time, and that's very insensitive.
Other themed room that we just saw, and on this other side, past these hammocks, is another secret passage, and it leads into this room in here. And right
The floor is lava is what that little sign said.
in here,
That's
it's
fun.
titled Let's Crash.
This is fun for the kids. You bought the house so the kids could have a great childhood. This is awesome.
And this is your nap area, this is your sleepover area, your pillow fights, and there's a ton of beanbags along with this carpeted wall to dampen.
Imagine playing hide and seek in this castle as a kid. You'd be in heaven. This is the best house on the block for the kiddos.
Some of the noise and soften the walls a little bit, which is really unique. What do you think, KP?
I love it. Could you imagine this area as a kid?
No, I would have way too much fun in this area as a kid. I'm having too much fun right now just looking at it. We haven't even experienced any of it yet for ourselves, but it's absolutely amazing. Let's head downstairs to check out more amenities like the esthetician spa, the private theater, the foam pit. There's so much more. Let's head downstairs and check it out. All right, everybody, walking out of this elevator that runs.
This one, they really tease you. They like show you something, and then they continue their tour, and then they eventually arrive upon it.
All 3 floors. We're going to close this off, and it walks right into your speakeasy and your main living area. But first, I want to go off to my right to the speakeasy, and I love this area because the owners were telling us their grandkids actually use this space as their ice cream parlor, which is super cute. You have copper-plated bar seating right there. You have this copper backsplash in this penny design as well, which I love. It adds so much detail. Farm-style sink as well, and your dishwasher, drinks, and your
Very simple. Gets the job done.
microwave as well. So really great wet bar, great island in here. Now walking out of this area, I love it. Past these limestone pillars, coming down this wing first before we get to the esthetician spa is your private theater. I'm gonna walk down this way.
It's very nice, very big.
If KP wants to come over here, you walk down these steps onto this.
Comfy. What a great place. It's nice and roomy too. A lot of times you don't see them with this much room. It's very classy. The seats look very nice. Sometimes you go to the movie theater and you sit in one of these chairs and they just won't let you lean back enough. They put you at like a I don't know angles very well, but I could use like 70 or like I don't know 14 more degrees while I'm laying there. Just to get comfortable. I bet these go all the way down. I bet you could take a nap in the movie.
Really fun carpet. You also have this black acoustic paneling running the walls, and the scale in this room is phenomenal. I feel like sometimes we tour these homes with smaller and theater rooms, but this is like you're actually in a theater, which is amazing. You have surround sound speakers. You actually have Savant speakers throughout the entire home on its own system, and they are absolutely phenomenal as well. Talking about that comes right into the foam pit. Just so much fun to be had in this.
Look at that. Right down into the foam pit. Climb up here. Jungle gym. You could climb all the way up here and then drop into your foam pit. Excellent.
Room. And even though this room is really grand, this side of the home is where the luxury begins. You have this sectional couch looking towards this.
What is it? What is this? Is this snooker? Is this a snooker table? Is that what this is? Tell me what this is, guys. I have no idea. Weird.
TV, surround sound Savant speakers going throughout the entire home. You have exposed beams running this limestone, adding a really nice contrast to the lighter browns in the limestone. These drop into these 3 French. In this gym, you have this glass mirrored wall, and I love that walks out to your back patio, but I also love this glass wall looking into your gaming area, into the living space. It really adds quite the ambiance. Now, we're gonna walk right into the esthetician suite, and off to my left, you have the massage table. Off to my left again, right through here, KP, follow me.
Is that a wood stove right next to the bathtub? That could be problematic. You know, you're like loading that while you're in here, and I mean, it would be really cool to have your wood stove right next to your bathtub. It'd be like romantic. It'd be very nice. But what if a log fell in your bathtub while you're taking your bath? You don't want that to happen.
We have a steam shower, and this is a massive steam shower. It can double as a normal shower. You have this black tiling throughout all of it, giving it a really cool masculine feel. You have room for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 6 people in here, very comfortably. It's a really, really nice space. The gold fixtures as well to match the rest of the home. And then you have this jacuzzi completely fabricated in the stacked stonework, and it goes all the way up the wall and has those built-ins that I love as well, with the drop-down chandelier, and the fireplace adds a really sweet ambiance. Now, last but not least, you walk into this sauna, and right as you walk in, we mentioned this in almost all of our videos, I bet, the cedar smell of the sauna. We love the smell of it, and this is probably the biggest sauna we've ever been. We're gonna go check out the back patio and the rest of the exterior. Now walking out onto this back patio, you have your choice of 1 of 3 French doors here, and you have this newly constructed outdoor kitchen right here with your 42-inch sink. You have a black stone and 2 grills, lots of counter space here with bar stool seating for 8, but I bet you could fit a few more stools here, which is amazing. What you'll notice is off to my right there is a fire pit, and then right above us are these heaters like we saw in the upper balcony as well, with this screen that completely drops down on this track right here, so that you can enjoy this outdoors and these beautiful views while being warm in the winter, which is beautiful. You have another seating area right here off to my left. Quite the...
What a dining table. Oh my God, you could feed everybody. You could feed the whole community. Invite them all over, stretch them across this table. You sit here like a king with like a pig here with an apple in its mouth right in the center. And, you know, dictate your kingdom from your castle.
Experience you get out here. I love this chandelier dropping down, and it actually reminds me of the coast, like you're on the Oregon or Washington coast. Really, really unique. You have the brickwork, the limestone, and the metal paneling that we see throughout the rest of the home. And it's completely separate from the home, making it perfect for renters and your guests as well. Now let's walk out this way past these limestone arches, KP. Right here is the...
Look at this, you even got a rope to swing in. So I complain every time with these mansion videos that we don't have a diving board. But I am willing to concede. I will settle for the slide and the rope. I mean, those are awesome. Those are great. I mean, they're better than most of these like full loungewear pools. We have some fun at this pool. I'm very happy about it. Gonna buy the place. It's only $5 million.
A 70-foot pool slide, and it's one of the biggest residential pool slides.
I wonder if HOA is just like, you know, you have so much money, do whatever you want. You can have a pool with a slide going into it.
Unconfirmed in St. George, which is pretty unique.
I know the whole town doesn't have any water right now, but we can run water through your slide all day. It's okay.
Above me is a 17-foot diving platform, and
I mean, it's not a board, but it's a diving. You could dive from
a rope
it.
swing that jumps right into the pool, but there's a wall that separates the deep end and the shallow end, and the purpose for that is they actually built tunnels through that wall, so you can swim all the way through the wall from the deep end to shallow end. Something really unique. I love details like that. Yeah.
Coolest pool I've seen yet, for sure. Just the coolest pool. Imagine waking up in the morning, you know, drink a cup of coffee, smoke a cigarette, and jump directly like 15 feet down into a pool, get out, wash off, put your suit on, and go get business done.
You have these large tiles out here on this back patio as well, and walking past your outdoor kitchen, you walk right over to your jacuzzi, and hopefully the sound...
Nice big jacuzzi. You could fit like 8 people in here. You know, it could be like, oh, I want to go in the jacuzzi. No, I want to go in the jacuzzi. And then you get up to 8 people and it's still okay. You can all still fit in the jacuzzi.
Under that slide wasn't too much, but it's completely fabricated in the stucco and tile work, and they were saying they fit 18 people in this spot.
18 people. Forget 8. Everybody's in the jacuzzi.
Isn't that crazy, KP?
That is wild.
Just to give you a perspective of the scale of this spa right here, and you have a fire pit off to my left, and these stairs right here lead up to the turret on the primary suite, but it also leads to the trampoline court. So let's go check that out. All right, everyone, coming up those stairs.
All right. Well, look at that. You just jump on these. You play some basketball, jump in there. Very nice.
You walk onto this trampoline court here, and it overlooks all these views of the Red Rocks and the Valley and St. George, and also your private pool right there, which is...
Does look heaven-like, right? With all these clouds and these hills and that mountain. Looks very pretty. Very scenic.
Absolutely beautiful, and...
You're high enough on the hill where you still get the views, which is very nice.
I cannot imagine having all of these amenities through here. I love that they have pads as well on the springs to add a little bit of protection. It just, everything was super well thought through, completely blending luxury and playground throughout this entire home.
Absolutely, guys. What do you think? You think this is the place to be? Out in Utah? You want to move out to Utah? I hear there's a lot of Mormons out there in Utah. Are you Mormon? Is this going to be the place where you raise your big Mormon family and they enjoy a wonderful life together? Is this the place for you? 5.5 million? It's not bad. That's pretty cheap for what you got there. You got all the fun stuff and everything like that. All right, guys. Well, that's going to do it for me today. Make sure to hit me with a like and subscribe. If you could, hit the bell and all that stuff. Leave me a comment. If you could, send it to your... Send it to all your pets, all your relatives. Send it to just send it. We're just gonna send it.